Good afternoon, everybody. This is Julie Kaley, broker owner of Merced Homes Realty, located at 920 West 18th Street here in Merced, California. Today is August 31st, and it is 1 p.m. And I do appreciate you tuning in to listen to this live video webinar titled Top 10 Things You Need to Know About HUD Homes. I do appreciate you guys tuning in today. Looks like we've got about a dozen people, 13, 14 people on the call. So we'll go ahead and get started. I appreciate everybody being here again. And the great part is if you were not able to listen to this live, it is recorded. The video is recorded as well as the audio. So you will be able to go back and listen to this at your own leisure. So one more time, my name is Julie Kaley. I'm the broker owner of Merced Homes Realty, located at 920 West 18th Street here in Merced, California. Our office phone number, 209-385-1200. Our online address, www.mercedhomes, that's MERCEDHOMES.com. You can contact us by calling or visiting our website as well. If you're in the market to buy a home, we do have all of our listings, including our HUD homes, posted on our website with a virtual tour. My license number, 01412-616. And as always, we abide by the equal opportunity housing rules. So let's go ahead and get started today. I'm really excited to be sharing all this information with you guys. I am a local listing broker for BLB Resources, who handles the HUD homes here in California. So I'm very privileged to have this job, and I've been doing it now for about 6 years. So I am well versed in HUD homes. So let's jump right in. This broadcast and video is mainly targeted to buyers, but if you're an agent, you might find some useful information here as well. So here we go. Top 10 things you need to know about HUD homes. Number one thing that you need to know about HUD homes. What the heck is a HUD home? What is a HUD home? Well, this is a question that we get all the time, believe it or not. So I always like to start the broadcast with that information. So I'm going to share with you the definition that HUD gives to a HUD home. What is a HUD home? A home that has gone into mortgage default with a loan that is insured by the Federal Housing Administration, abbreviated FHA, is referred to as a HUD home. When this occurs, the lender takes possession of the property and conveys ownership to HUD. HUD then sells the home to their asset management contractor, such as BLB Resources. A HUD home may be a single-family house, a townhouse, condominium, a mobile home, or a multiple family attached home up to 4 units. So it's a property that's gone through the default process. It's been redeemed with HUD and is getting put back on the market. That is the definition of a HUD home. So that's number one. And that is a very, very common question that we get in our marketplace on a weekly, if not daily basis. We have somebody calling, asking us, what is a HUD home? And I know if you've listened to my podcast before, you probably already know that. But I do like to go over it because it is a question that we get on a regular basis. Number two, the top 10 things that you need to know about HUD homes. Where do I find HUD homes? Well, the great thing is all of HUD's inventory is listed in a few different places. If it's one of my listings, it's going to be listed on the local MLS. It's going to be listed on my website. When you drive by the home, there's going to be a sign in the yard, and it's going to have a sign writer that says HUD Home. There's going to be a sign in the window that says HUD Home. In addition to all of those places, HUD posts all of their inventory on their main website for selling their properties, which is HUDHomestore.com. And I've got the link right there for you if you want to jot it down. www.HUD Home, HOME, store, STORE.com is the address. And on HUDHomestore.com, you will have all of the HUD available properties, including the ones that are in our area, as well as those listed throughout the entire country. So if you're looking in more than one area, that might be a useful place for you to look as well. And of course, there's lots of other great information on HUD Home Store as well. There is property information, there is pictures of the properties, there's details, there's the insurability, all the pertinent facts to a HUD home, to each specific HUD home is listed at HUDHomestore.com as well. So that's the main website where agents will also submit their offers, which we will talk about as well. So we've gone over number one, what is a HUD home? Number two, where do I find HUD homes? Number three, who can buy a HUD home? In addition to what is a HUD home, this is probably the next question that I get asked most often. And the good news is that HUD homes can be purchased by an individual, a company, a HUD-approved nonprofit organization, or a government entity that can secure financing or pay cash for the property. Local listing brokers such as myself, my affiliates, owners, managers, employees, sales agents, brokers, and family members and business partners of the aforementioned are prohibited from purchasing any HUD homes. Employees of a HUD contractor, such as the asset manager, field service manager, or buyer select closing agent, or subcontractors such as the FSM vendors, the appraiser, or any other asset management vendors, and their family members are also prohibited from purchasing HUD homes. And that is considered a conflict of interest, so HUD has a pretty strict policy about that. Purchasers, selling agents, and selling brokers are all required to sign a conflict of interest certification identifying any potential conflicts of interest. The form also requires the purchaser, selling agent, and selling broker to acknowledge the penalties for violating the conflict of interest policy. These penalties may include one or more of the following: cancellation of the contract, forfeiture of the purchaser's earnest money deposit, removal of the local listing broker from the local listing broker network, and or loss of the selling broker's bidding privileges. HUD identifies 4 different types of buyers: owner, occupant, investor, the neighbor next door, government entities, and nonprofit. Excuse me, that's 5 different types of buyers. We're going to focus on the 2 types of buyers that we deal with most often, which are the owner occupant and the investor. An owner occupant is a person who plans to live in the property that they're purchasing, residence for at least 1 year, and has not purchased another HUD home as an owner occupant within the past 2 years. An investor purchaser is someone who buys the property as a second home or an investment, or who does not qualify as an owner occupant. HUD does give priority to owner occupant buyers. So that is really great information, especially if you're in a tight market where there's a lot of investor activity going. HUD gives priority to owner occupant buyers. So as long as you don't have a conflict of interest on any of those areas that we described, you are eligible to buy a HUD home if you can get a loan or cash. Number 4 item that you need to know about HUD homes is that all HUD homes are sold in as-is condition. HUD has a strict as-is policy. They will not do any repairs to the property. They will not allow a buyer to do any repairs to the property prior to close of escrow. This includes yard work, changing the locks, making lender required repairs, storing items in the home. These are all a no-no. They're not allowed. And the properties are sold strictly in as-is condition. Number 5, HUD homes are typically geared for FHA financing. When HUD first gets a property and gets ready to put it on the market, they do a series of things to determine its insurability. So when a property that's a HUD home comes on the market, we know right up front if the property will qualify for FHA financing. HUD also allows lenders to set up what's called an escrow holdback, which is something that is unique to HUD homes, so that if there are any lender required repairs, as long as they're under $5,000, we are still able to utilize FHA financing by having a buyer paid escrow holdback. So that is great news for a lot of buyers. FHA is still the predominant type of financing in our area of Merced and Merced County. I know some neighboring counties, it's going back to more conventional just because the prices are over the FHA loan limit. But here in Merced, our average price is still below the FHA loan limit, which is great. So a lot of our properties still fall within that FHA financing loan limit range. So HUD homes, the majority of HUD homes, you can use FHA financing. Number 6, all of the offers for HUD homes are submitted online at HUDHomestore.com. And that really is a big deal because it allows full transparency of the offer, meaning there's no guessing if the seller got your offer. If you're an agent, you go in and you submit the offer on behalf of your client. You input it yourself so that you know that it is done. And then you also receive a confirmation right after you submit it. The screen will actually move to a confirmation page and give you a confirmation number that you can print or save to your desktop so that you know that your offer was submitted and presented to the seller. Okay, so that's really, really excellent news for buyers and for agents. The next thing that you need to know about HUD Homes is that HUD does require original signatures, preferably in blue ink, on their contracts. They do not accept DocuSign or faxed or emailed documents with signatures. So that means for us agents, jumped ahead of myself there, that means for us agents, we have to make sure that we have all of our signatures correct and the paperwork down to HUD within 48 hours of our offer getting accepted. Have original signatures, meet with the client in person, and overnight those documents down to EOB Resources in Irvine. So again, HUD requires original signatures. They do not accept DocuSign, fax, or email signatures. The next thing you need to know is that HUD has a low earnest money deposit requirement, which I think is a huge advantage on HUD Homes. You don't have to tie up a lot of your money to get into escrow. The earnest money deposit requirement is either $500 or $1,000, just depending on the price of the home. If it's $50,000 or under, then it's $500. If it's $50,001 or over, then it's $1,000 earnest money deposit. They will not accept a higher earnest money deposit, so that is not something that you will have to worry about. It is a huge advantage because it's a low earnest money deposit, so you are not tying up a huge amount of money and get an accepted offer on a HUD home. The next thing you need to know about HUD homes is a 15-day inspection period. Buyers, when you purchase a property, you are able to, when we get the executed contract back and you go into contract, You're given a 15-day window in order to complete all of your inspections. HUD does recommend, and we do as agents as well, and I do, of course, as a listing agent, we do recommend that you obtain a home inspection on the property, and we also recommend that you explore any other issue that you might be concerned with. So whether that's a roof inspection, a pest inspection, a home inspection, a fireplace or chimney inspection, a geological survey, whatever it may be, a plumbing inspection, a septic, a well, et cetera, et cetera. We recommend that you do that, and you have a 15-day window in order to do that. So that should be plenty of time in order for you to get your inspections done. Feel comfortable with the condition of the property. The number 10 thing that you need to know about HUD Homes, and this one is mainly for agents, is in order to submit a bid on a HUD home, you have to have, your broker has to be registered with HUD, and that's called an NAID registration, name and address identifier registration. And the links to those are on HUDHomestore.com, and it does have to be renewed every year. So every year you get to mail in that information to update it with HUD so that you can still be eligible to submit offers on HUD Homes. I hope that you have found this information helpful regarding HUD Homes. And I hope that if you are in the market for a HUD home or for a home in general, that you would consider HUD Homes. I did want to share with you some current inventory that I actually have of HUD Homes. And the first one is a property here in Merced. And I would actually like to share a screenshot with you. Let me see if I can get it up here. The address is 704 Hanson Avenue. And let me see if I can share this screenshot with you guys so that you can see what I'm talking about here. Just bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to get this pulled up for you guys. Here we go. 704 Hanson Avenue. And I just want to navigate a little bit for you on HUD Home Store as well. Here we have the FHA case number. And we see that the bid deadline is daily at midnight. It's available for all bidders, which means it's available for investors and owner occupants. If we come down here, you see the property information. 704 Hanson Avenue, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1786 square feet, built in 1975, single family home, lot size, current price of $165. To the left, you'll see that it is scrolling through the photos, and you can get a good idea of what the property looks like. On the next tab, we have the amenities tab. It goes in over any specific amenities that the property has. The next tab, addendums tab. This is where the seller will include all the forms necessary in order to have the contract, so you could review that ahead of time and also have it filled out. And then at the bottom, it has a lead-based paint disclosure, lead-based paint inspection, property condition report, and general disclosure. So these are all pertinent information to HUD Homes and to this property specifically. On the Maps tab, this will give you a map of the property, and you can also pull directions from here as well. Finally, on the Agents tab, this is where you'll find my information here, BLB resources here, and then the Field Service Manager, who is responsible for property preservation, down at the bottom. If I go back to the property info, that's our main screen. You can print a flyer, you can go back and to the main page as well. So 704 Hanson Avenue, Merced, California. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, priced at $165,000. That is available for offers today. The next one I have is actually in Mariposa County. The address is 3182 Chichara Way. 3182 Chichara Way. It's in Coulterville, zip code 95311. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and it also has like an office or den that you can make a 4th bedroom, but it does not have a closet. It is 1,782 square feet. It's a manufactured home built in 2006. It is offered right now for $132,038. $132,038. And it is also on an acre of land. So again, you can see the photos, the amenities, the addendums, the map, and the agent info. This property also does have a nice detached stick-built 2-car garage. If anybody is looking for something up in the foothills, please do consider this one. That is the current inventory that I have available in our area. I will show you quickly, since we're at HUDhomestore.com, how you can search. If I come right here to California, I can just search all of California, and you'll see that it pulled up 46 available HUD homes in California. So our inventory has been a little bit tight this last year or two, but we never know when more properties are being listed. So it is a good idea to check HUDhomestore.com on a regular basis, or check with your agent to see when new properties come. HUD does post new properties and price reductions Monday through Friday. Excuse me. So please be sure to check on a regular basis if you are in the market. You can also sign up. This is a bonus tip. You can also sign up and do what's called a saved search. So you can register as a public person, and then you can do a saved search. So then it emails you the new listings to your inbox every morning, so you don't necessarily have to come back to the site to check. That's a good bonus tip for you. And again, my name is Julie Kaley, and I really appreciate you tuning in today to everything that we have gone over. And I hope that you learned something today, and I hope that you enjoyed this video broadcast. I hope you were able to watch it live and in person. If not, it is recorded and will be posted on YouTube and various other places. And then it is also recorded on audio. So if you're not able to watch it, you can listen to it and download it as a podcast as well. So again, thank you very much. Julie Kaley, 209-385-1200, www.mercedhomesrealty.com. I hope everybody has a wonderful day.